this was the night that we left, or the morning that we left. We took our flight was at like, what time was our flight? I'm gonna say it was 10 o'clock or so, or maybe 12, I forgot. No, you know, I think it was 10. It might have been 10, but anyway, so we were up early, heading off to the airport. Here's us driving to the airport. I also want to make like a vlog too, I think would be fun, but yeah, so this is just like all of the raw footage. I don't think I really edited anything, but yeah, we're heading to the airport, everybody. everything's a big, you know, a big experience when you're on vacation. So yeah, so this is us at the airport. I mean, this is the airport. No us to be seen, but yeah, so we're walking to our gate here. And yeah, so this would have been like, what time was this? Does it say the time? Ah, shoot, I don't know what time this was, but definitely earlier than I've ever been used to. Here's our airplane, you know, very cool, very cool. Also, wait, I guess, you know, I don't know, might be worth noting is that, yeah, right before our trip here, Hawaiian Airlines, I believe merged or was bought by Alaska Airlines. So now, like, yeah, Hawaiian Airlines is part of Alaska or something. I don't know the exact details, but yeah, I mean, so all of our Hawaiian Airlines miles got converted to the Alaska Airlines. I think they're called Atmos rewards or something. But yeah, so airport, this is us on our plane. So the plane was the smallest plane I've ever been on in my life. It was kind of crazy. It kind of felt a little claustrophobic, not gonna lie. I mean, not that I have any complaints or anything, it's just, it was different. Because whenever we've flown, so pretty much the only places I've traveled to in my entire life have been, I've only ever been to like LAX or Las Vegas. And those are the two places I've only, like, whenever my family and I have traveled, it was only either to LAX or the Las Vegas airport, which I'm forgetting off the top of my head what the Las Vegas airport is called. So this was definitely different. They use a smaller plane, I guess, a much smaller plane for the for traveling to San Diego, I guess. I don't know the exact plane numbers or anything. I think the one that they use for like LAX and like the bigger ones, I think is an A330 or something. I only know this because like whenever we're getting ready to go on a vacation, I like to like do all of the research about like what plane we're gonna take and stuff. I get so excited. But yeah, this was definitely a smaller plane to the point where, you know, I'm a tiny person as it is, so like, you know, I stand up in this airplane and my head hits the roof. Like, that's how tiny it was. Hello, pizza party. Exciting. It was very exciting. Thank you for watching. But yeah, so this is our plane. That small. Yeah, it was a smaller plane than I was used to. Definitely. And yeah, so you can see here it's just because usually the planes that we take have like, it's usually I think it's like a 3-4-3 type of chairs, so like it'll be, or 2-4-2 or something, I don't know. It would, so like it would be like 2 seats on the left, 4 in the middle, and then 2 on the right. This one is just 3 and 3. So it was a much smaller plane than I was used to. I did feel a little bit claustrophobic in here, not gonna lie. But, you know, all good. Never been on a plane where there are seats in the middle? Really? I think that's the only planes, well yeah, because I've only ever been to LAX or Las Vegas, so like, I guess they use the larger planes for those ones. But yeah, I've only ever been on the ones where it's like, It's either two on the left, 3 in the middle, and 2 on the right, or I think more recently there are also 2 for 2. So yeah, it's you know, it's different than what I was used to, and I only remember because I remember when I was really young, you know, so like I was still like deathly afraid of like sitting next to a stranger or anything like that, but like so when I was like a kid, I remember whenever we would go on family vacations, it would be me, my mom, and my stepdad sitting in the middle row. But yeah, this one was just 3 and 3, which was very different. Actually, in fact, this one, we were in the exit row, so our seat, it was me and Mama Chase next to each other, and we were in the exit row, so we only had 2 in our row. That's how badly we don't like interacting with strangers, is that we take the exit row with only 2. Mama Chase went again. Yeah, Mama Chase went again. I always love to. No, I like to have. I always like to have my mom around, obviously. But yeah, it was really nice. So yeah, very hype. But yeah, so we sat in the exit row because we're so scared of interacting with strangers. So it's the 2 of us, and then here, wait, I took a video here, but so Mama Chase is sitting here, there's me, and then over here is the flight attendant person sitting right here. So yeah. And then since we were sitting in the exit row, this was our window, a tiny little window. But you know, we're not here to stare out a window, you know? I'm not sitting on a plane to stare out the window. Although I do like to look out the window. It was actually kind of weird, I will say, sitting in the exit row and having this tiny window, basically not having a window at all. It felt very disorienting. Like, it was kind of like weird. It was a weird feeling, like flying up into the air, and then I can't like look out the window and see that we're in the air or anything. So like, it was kind of crazy. No movie screen. Yeah, no movie screen. I didn't do sorry, this might, well actually yeah, whenever we go to Disneyland, I know they have a screen on, but yeah, this one didn't have a screen actually. I think I want to say the last time Mama Chase and I went to Vegas for TwitchCon, instead of screens they just had iPads, which is kind of crazy, you know? It's very, very different. But yeah, no movie screens. Instead what they had though is that, here, I think I can zoom in. So you can kind of see right here, I think you guys can see that. This little thing where my mouse is, this you actually lift up, and you lift this up, and then it's a tray for your phone or your iPad or whatever, or phone or tablet. So you can just like set your phone or whatever, or your tablet in there, and then just watch whatever. And so that's kind of crazy. Hey, thank you for the watch streak. I have no idea how those work. Thanks. But yeah, so that was our plane experience. You want fancy planes? I would argue that this is the less fancy version, but no. I mean, I don't know. Either way, I enjoy flying. I actually enjoy flying more now that I'm older, just because I feel like now flying in a plane is just like, you know, whenever we're traveling, at least to like California or whatever, it's 6 hours just to like sleep. Like, then I'm happy for that. Give me any amount of hours to sleep and I'll be happy. Here's me in the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. You never been in an airplane bathroom? Really? Well, yeah, since this plane was tiny, the bathroom was also tiny. Like, it was... Let me think. I don't think on this flight... I think on this flight... Why was I in the I think this time I just had to pee. It wasn't a poop. Flight to go see my parents is just over 6 hours. Wow. That's crazy. I know when I was telling people in San Diego like that were from Hawaii, and they're like, wow, the travel time must have been crazy. And it's like, I don't know. Yeah, the most we've ever, I mean, because I've only ever been to California or Vegas, so like it's usually just like a 5.5 to 6 hour flight. Which I don't know if I don't even know if that's bad or anything. I don't know. I don't travel much. But yeah, this is the tiny little bathroom. Very tiny. Let me think. Is there anything I can say about the bathroom? Yeah, other than it's just tiny. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing too crazy about the bathroom. And then this, what was this? I think I was just filming out the window. I don't know. So you can actually see the clouds, and that's fun. Is this when this might actually be when we're landing. So you guys didn't have to sit through the flight. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is like, look, you can see there's San Diego. Oh, I don't know if this is San Diego. This must be California at least. But look, can you guys see your houses from here? Anybody live in California and can see your house from here? Oh yeah, this is like the this is the iPhone. The iPhone does this weird thing where it switches the cameras kind of weirdly. Anyway, so yeah, we landed. Yay. Suddenly airport. So this is the San Diego airport. So yeah, we've been to the LAX and the Las Vegas airport that I'm totally forgetting the name of. The San Diego airport is tiny compared to those ones. It was kind of weird though, because I mean, just so happened that Hawaiian Airlines is literally at like the back of the San Diego like it's as far away from the entrance and exit of the San Diego airport. Like of course the airline that we're on has to be all the way at the back of the airport. But still, it was still, even then it was tiny compared to like LAX. So the walk wasn't even bad. Was not bad at all. This is when we were waiting for our bags. They had an airplane, or like a little like biplane. That was cool. Okay, fast forwarding some more. We got our bags, and now we're waiting to cross the street. And then this is when we're waiting for our Uber. We took an Uber from the airport to our hotel. Flew into Burbank, and that's tiny. Really? I've never been, but yeah. I like, well, I don't know. Yeah, I would say, I think I would prefer tiny airports, just because it's easier to navigate. Like, going through LAX is just, God, going through LAX is so crazy, because it's just so much walking. I feel like going through LAX feels like its own, like, little city. Like, I feel like I have to walk through an entire city just to get through LAX. But yeah, so this is our Uber. We're driving through all, so like, yeah, and then we, this is like the, like, from what I understand, I guess like San Diego is a lot of like piers and like boats and stuff. At least from what I've seen, I don't know. You got your bags outside. That's crazy. Oh yeah. Oh god. Okay. But yeah, so we Ubered, and then we stayed at the Hard Rock Hotel, San Diego. We were so lost, I bet. When you're like, oh, where do we pick up, where do we get our bags? And then it's outside. That's crazy. So this is the Hard Rock Hotel San Diego. Oh yeah, so this is I guess the base, this is the base for Sum 41, and that's cool. I'm not super duper big into Sum 41, but you know, I know the classics, or like I know the big songs from Sum 41, and so that's cool. The only thing I was hoping, like, cause I later found out, I think it's at like Hard Rock Las Vegas or something, where they have the drum set for Avenged Sevenfold, the Rev. And I was kind of hoping I would be able to see that, but this was cool too. Here's me in the elevator. I don't know. That I always like to travel because it's always an excuse for me to just get like all kinds of tourist pictures. So here's me in the elevator. Then here's me at dinner. Lots of just like touristy pictures, but yeah, this is our dinner. We went to God, what was this place called? The Fish Market. I think it's just called the Fish Market. So obviously they had like fish things. Have to pass out, have to be up in less than 5 hours to be up for my first day of work. Have a good Alright, thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good first day of work. That's exciting. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good night. So yeah, lots of fish things at the fish market, obviously, as the name would suggest. I ended up getting, this was the swordfish, and I've never had, well, I think I've had swordfish once in my life. Like, I remember getting swordfish, and this was maybe like 10 years ago. I'm pretty sure I've had swordfish before, and like, okay, this might be a really just like, this might be a really niche reference, but like, I don't know about you guys, but I like, whenever I have fish, I like it to be, because I consider there to be like two types of like fish that you can eat. Like, there's the type of fish that's sort of more on like the chewy, like sort of, yeah, I mean the chewy side. You have like chewy fish, and then you have the more like firm fish. For me, I'm like a firm fish type of guy. I like the fish to be like, the fish to be firm. I don't like it to be like too like chewy or like slimy. Cause that, I don't know, it's like a texture thing for me. And from what I remember, I could have sworn I had swordfish one time. And so I remember swordfish being like the right consistency and texture to where I was like, okay, I like this. So I got the swordfish. Unfortunately, it wasn't. it wasn't exactly how I remembered. And it was fine. Like, I don't know if I would order it again, but like, I ate the whole thing and it was fine. This was like, I think the exact name on the menu is like, they call it like a Moroccan style swordfish or something. So like, they have like all these like veggies, and these were like peppers, I think. And then rice, jasmine rice. So it was fine. I don't know if I would get it again, but like, I ate it. it was food. Meanwhile, Mama Chase ended up getting the fish and chips with shrimp. The fries were good. I liked the fries. I tried one of the shrimp, and it was pretty good. Yeah, overall, I think it was good. I think it was fine. Like, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't have anything really like bad to say about it. It's just, if I were to go back again, I would probably get something different. But like, I wouldn't say it was bad or anything. But yeah, so that was the fish market, in San Diego. I believe it was closer to like, it was closer to the airport than like near like, cause we stayed in the gas lamp quarter in San Diego, if anybody is familiar with that. Hey, Turtwig. Hello. How's it going? Welcome in. I'm just going through all of my San Diego vacation. And then after that, we'll get to all of the TwitchCon drama. But yeah, how's it going? Hello, hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, and then here, oh god, well, because I'm really bad at social interactions, I'm really bad in Ubers. I like when Ubers. I like when you can go into an Uber and then it's like it's not too much conversations or anything. Like I like the Uber. I like Ubers to just be silent, you know. So like after we caught an Uber to this restaurant, the fish market, and then I was so traumatized by catching Ubers, like from the airport to our hotel, and then we had to catch another Uber to this restaurant. Like I was just so tired of catching Ubers that I was like, you know what? I figured it would be like the Las Vegas Strip, you know, where it's like you can just walk up and down it. And I was like, you know what? We'll walk from this restaurant back to our hotel. It was definitely not like the Las Vegas Strip. Like, there's nobody else walking. We were like the only people walking up and down this road and then back to our hotel. And it was way farther than I thought it was gonna be. So yeah, it was. I mean, at least we got our steps in. I mean, after sitting on the plane all morning, like at least we got our steps in. How would you rate your TwitchCon experience? Ooh, that's a tough one. Right now, I would say maybe like a 7 out of 10. Maybe like a 7 out of 10, but I don't know. We'll see. I think maybe after I actually look back at all the video and picture that I took, maybe I'll think differently. But yeah, I would say right now I would maybe give it like a 7 out of 10 overall. And then also, okay, hopefully this isn't too loud, but this was the first time that we saw the I don't know if you call this a tram or a train, but like I was like, whoa, like the like all of the like bells or whatever start ringing, and then I was like, what's going on? Like I was freaking out, and I was like, oh, the train is coming. So cool. I do kind of wish we took the train, but I don't know. I'm always a little bit iffy of like public transportation, so I wasn't too sure. But anyway, I kind of, if I were to go back, I would maybe try out taking the train. Because I hear that's very like popular in San Diego. I don't know. But yeah, here's this is us at so this is like the gas lamp quarter, like the entrance. The Hard Rock Hotel, luckily, actually I think you can even see the sign right here. It's basically right by the entrance for the gas lamp quarter. Like I'm pretty sure this is the Hard Rock. This is the sign for the Hard Rock. And yeah, so the gas lamp quarter is basically like your, I don't know, the best I could equate it to is like the Las Vegas Strip, kind of. Where it's like, you know, it's the central tourist location where you just kind of like walk up and down it, and there's like restaurants, there's people on the corners of the streets trying to sell you stuff. Like it's like that type of, like basically like a tourist, just a, yeah, central tourist area, kind of like Waikiki here in Hawaii. Like that kind of vibe is how I would describe the gas lamp quarter. And then yeah, while we were here taking pictures by the gas lamp quarter sign, another train came by, and that was cool. So cool. That's fun. And then yeah, that was our Friday. Well, no, this would have been Thursday. No. Well, god dang, I forget. That would have been Wednesday. I have no idea. It would have been Wednesday, yeah. So that was Wednesday, October 15th. Now we go into Thursday, October 16th, which is the day before TwitchCon, which is also the day of you can start picking up your TwitchCon like passes. And when I went to when me and Mama Chase went to TwitchCon in 2023 in Las Vegas, we went to the badge pickup like super early in the morning because I was like, okay, the line's probably gonna be crazy, yada yada. Basically, that ended up not being the case when we got it in Vegas. It was it was pretty long to get the badges, but not like crazy long. Like not like, I feel like not like you would expect at like an anime expo or like a Comic-Con or anything. Like So this time we learned like, okay, like basically no rush to get the badges, because I mean the badge pickup anyway is from like, I think it was from like 10 till 8 or something, like 10 till 7 or something. So we were like, okay, we have the whole day, like there's basically no rush to go pick up your badges at TwitchCon. So we spent the daytime, like our daytime activity was going to the San Diego Zoo, which was very fun. So yeah, we took all kinds of touristy pictures at the San Diego Zoo. Here is the little ticket that we get to go into the San Diego Zoo. And then yeah, so I tried I don't know, because we weren't super duper sure if we wanted to go to the zoo, but like it was kind of like a last minute like, okay, let's go to the zoo. That could kill some time. So I kind of like vaguely had an idea of what to do at the San Diego Zoo, and like, so right at the entrance as you walk into the zoo, there's this it's called the Skyfari. Like it's like this little like, gondola thing that you can go on, and it takes you from one end of the zoo to the other end, because it turns out the San Diego Zoo is like massive, like it's crazy. It's very, very big. So yeah, we took this little like gondola thing where it flies over the top of the zoo. I've seen some people say that you can see the animals from these little like these little gondola things. I couldn't see any animals, but also I'm kind of afraid of heights, so I feel like I was just kind of scared to look for the animals. But yeah, so I mean, if anything, it's just like a nice little like relaxing thing. It was very fun, very quaint. I had an enjoyable time just sitting here, looking at the views and all that stuff. It is kind of scary though, because I mean, you figure like one of these things just like breaks or something, and then like you fall. Like, I don't know, that seems kind of scary to me. Anywho, as soon as we get off this little Skyfari like gondola thing, we see an anteater. I think this is an anteater. He's just like chilling. So that was cool. And then, I don't know, all kinds of animals. This is some kind of a cat. Some kind of a cool cat. I actually took this is a gazelle of some sort. It's giving like Bambi vibes. So that was cool. More gazelles. I think this one is peeing. This one right here in the oh yeah, there, it's peeing. Or is it pooping? I think it's pooping. Sorry if anybody's eating while watching this. Oh yeah, it was totally pooping. Saw some birds. All kinds of animals. We can like play a game of like name that animal. We saw some zebras. This is something else. That's not a zebra. And I mean, I guess also I should mention like at the start here, I was a little bit like, in terms of like zoos and stuff and like animal, obviously like SeaWorld and stuff. It's like, I don't know. I usually try to avoid things that I feel like are kind of, that I feel like aren't super healthy, or like, aren't super, they basically aren't like treating animals right. From what I've heard, the San Diego Zoo is like one of the best in terms of like animal treatment and stuff. Like, and I mean, like, I think it just goes to show like the fact that this San Diego Zoo is so massive that it needs like that little like the gondola thing just to like, I think that just goes to show how big these enclosures are. Like, it's real, like the animals are like able to like basically, they have so much room to roam. And from what I've like, from the little I've researched, like I think there's a lot of like scientific, like there's a lot of like research and development that goes into like, taking care of the animals. And I think like in, you know, especially with all of the endangered species and whatnot. I don't know, I might just be like pulling these facts out of my butt, but like from the little I read, it seems like the San Diego Zoo is one of the more like better zoos for animals. I mean, you know, for Maya Higa, who has, you know, has the Alveus Sanctuary, basically like gives the thumbs up and endorses the San Diego Zoo. So I don't know, I take that as like a good sign that the San Diego Zoo is like a decent, a good like place for animals. I don't know. That's just my take. Anyway, more birds. Oh, this was when, oh, this was cool. Look, there's like a cat walking across the bridge, and then it just like, sits there. So cool. Yeah, like if there's anything I learned from visiting the San Diego Zoo, it's just that animals are so cool, man. It was so cool to see these. And look at this, a giant hippopotamus. So cool. Like, yeah, the one thing I learned from the San Diego Zoo is that animals are so cool to see up close in person. Also very kind of terrifying, but like, you know, just because like these animals can just like wreck a human. In fact, it was literally like a week, I think, before we went here to the San Diego Zoo that I believe one of the gorillas like charged and broke the glass, which is crazy. Crazy. I wanted to go see the gorillas, but then we ran out of time because the zoo is so big. The zoo is, I can't like stress how massive this zoo is. It's really big. We had some fish. Oh wait, this is the hippopotamus, like, yeah, the hippo just goes under the water. Like, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Man, animals are so cool. Oh, this was a monkey that we saw. Monkey. Oh, and then we saw bears, and this bear is just like hanging out in a swing. That's so funny. I thought this was so cute. It reminds me of like Winnie the Pooh. So good. So cool. Neat. Like, yeah, I felt like I could just like sit here and watch the animals forever. Like, it was just so cool. This was, what was this? A grizzly bear, it said? North American grizzly bear. Like, so crazy to see these giant animals like in person. It's so cool. Like, there's a bear. There's a bear just hanging out, you know? Like, that's so crazy. So cool. Animals are awesome. More birds and stuff. I'm trying to think what else. Oh yeah, more bears. Lots of bears. Oh, look at this koala. That's like, I love this. Look at this koala just like chilling. This koala could not give any more craps about anything in life. Like, this is what I strive to be in life, is just like hanging out like this koala. That's so cool. More cats. More cool cats. Look at this. Is that a rhinoceros? We have some flamingos. So many animals. It's crazy. Oh, we have a little zebra hanging out with a donkey. More rhinoceros. Oh, giraffes. Giraffes are so cool. I loved seeing a giraffe up close in person. They're so cool. You know how like people make fun of people become super obsessed about height? Like, you know, imagine me next to a giraffe. Like, I'm just a tiny little like 5'2", 5'2", person, and then like like giant giraffe. So cool. So cool. These are the gazelles, I believe. More monkeys. Lots of monkeys. More monkey. This was a big hairy. Oh yeah, look at the monkey butt. That's like a Donkey Kong butt, you know? Like that is a Donkey Kong butt if I've ever seen one. So cool. So cool to see up close in person. Another cat. I'm not gonna. I was a little bit worried about this cat just because it kept pacing back and forth. Like, I hope this cat's okay. It just kept pacing back and forth, and I was like, are you okay? Because I also do wonder about, like, you know, from the animal's perspective in the zoo, like, imagine being an animal in this zoo and seeing, like, the evolution of humans walking up to the glass or whatever, or walking up to the enclosures, and then they just start, more and more people just start holding phones up to it, you know? Like, at one point, nobody was holding phones, like, maybe cameras, and then all of a sudden, everybody that comes up to it, starts holding this, like, rectangular device, and the animal is just like, what is that? What are these people doing? Here's me trying to get some nice photo ops. There's the hippo. Oh yeah, so that was the zoo. Very cool. From there, we took an Uber to, this is Old Town, which historic Old Town San Diego, which I don't know. I still don't really understand what this was. I don't know, from what, like, I guess this is like a pretty like popular spot, because even at the airport they had like little magnets of this like Old Town San Diego area, but I still don't fully understand what it is. Mama Chase wanted to go here because there was like a candy store. Oh wait, oh sorry, wait, these pictures are out of order. We have more animal pictures, but I think a lot of these pictures are the same as the videos we've watched, so that should be fine. There's like an aquarium spot. Oh yeah, so while we're at the zoo, I run into, speaking of Maya Higa, I run into Maya Higa and Extra Emily. I saw that they were streaming while we were there, and I was like, okay, so, sorry, rewind, because my take was that, like, because obviously I feel like it's kind of a known thing where it's like stream sniping, especially with IRL streamers, is kind of frowned upon. So I obviously don't want to do anything like, obviously I want to be as respectful to like people as possible, but like, so yeah, not that I was stream sniping, but I did check out their stream and I was like, wait, they're at the zoo. And so my thought process for this entire trip was that, or at least that I tried to keep for the most part, was that like, okay, if I end up meeting like a streamer or like, you know, a famous or like someone that I watch or whatever, if I end up meeting someone, like I'm gonna just let it happen naturally. Like if it's meant to be, then it'll happen naturally. Like I'm not gonna go out of my way to stream snipe anybody. Like that was kind of like my mindset. And so it was really crazy when Mama Chase and I are walking around and then we just happened to run into Maya Higa and Extra Emily. Like, so that was really cool. I didn't even have to stream snipe. But yeah, so I was super excited about that, especially because for TwitchCon I wasn't able to get a meet and greet for Extra Emily or Maya Higa, so like I was really excited that I ran into them and they were super duper nice. I have the clip of me seeing them on Extra Emily's stream, and we'll watch that once we get to the actual TwitchCon footage. But anyway, just like a quick little mention that yeah, we were at the zoo and then we ran into Maya Higa and Extra Emily. So cool. I was so excited about that, and they were super duper nice. And then yeah, this is outside the zoo as we're leaving. Oh yeah, so this is more of the like Old Town San Diego. Then So after the zoo, after Old Town San Diego, we go back to our hotel. And then when we get back, so we go back to the hotel, and then the plan is to head over to the convention center, get our passes, and then go to dinner after. But yeah, we weren't sure what the whole line process, like how long it would take or anything like that. So it was kind of up in the air, but yeah, when we get back to the hotel, we start seeing all of like the TwitchCon stuff around. Like they have this big screen where it's like, and they have all of like the TwitchCon ads playing on it. So it's like, that's when it really starts feeling real, is like when you start seeing all of the TwitchCon advertisements and banners and stuff. Like, so that was really exciting. It felt like overnight, this like gas lamp quarter area just kind of turned into like TwitchCon. It was really cool. So here's us walking to the convention center to get our badges. And then yeah, we went to dinner after. I think there's more stuff of actually getting the badges, but we'll talk about that once we get to the TwitchCon section. But yeah, after we got our badges, we headed over to our dinner. So I had picked a restaurant. Basically, I tried to look for like different cuisines for every night that we had dinner. Like basically because yeah, I mean, we were so busy every day that like Mama Chase and I basically skipped breakfast and lunch and then just had a big dinner. That was our main meal every day, was just dinner. So yeah, this night we had Italian from this place was called Asti Ristorante. So like it's like an Italian place. That was another thing where it's like I tried to look for different cuisines every night, and then I tried to find like the highest rated one in that little gas lamp area. So, and this was like I believe this was one of the highest rated like Italian restaurants in the gas lamp. I know there's a lot of other stuff, like even our Uber drivers were telling us that like, oh, you gotta go to like Little Italy, like there's a lot of better restaurants. But we didn't feel like taking a bunch of Ubers, like we just wanted to walk. So like we mainly stayed in like that little like gas lamp quarter area and looked for restaurants there. This was a cute little place, and I'm not gonna lie, I ordered the ravioli and the inside of my ravioli was like lukewarm. Unfortunately, which was kind of a turnoff, but I'm just like, that's the kind of person I am where if I go to a restaurant and like something isn't right, I won't say anything. Like the inside of like, I would rather jump out the window than have to tell a waiter or then like tell one of the staff that like my food isn't right. So like the inside of my ravioli was lukewarm. Like it wasn't even very hot, but like I was just like so just terrified to say anything that I just ate it. I ate the whole thing. I think if it were a little bit warmer, it would be really great. But I mean, even still, it was fine. And we got these fries. These were truffle fries. Yeah, it was weird because the truffle fries were like piping hot to the point where it's like I burnt my tongue when I tried to eat one of these fries. And then the ravioli was like just kind of like lukewarm. But yeah, I feel bad because like, and also like the people were so nice here. Like I feel like here especially the people were like super duper like nice. So I feel bad like saying anything bad about the restaurant. I think it was fine. It would have been nice to have like hot ravioli, but like it was, yeah, I think it was fine. If I went, I wouldn't I would go back. Like it's not like it ruined my experience or anything, but yeah. So that was that. Then after we went to this little Italian restaurant, we went to Ghirardelli's, I think it's called. The chocolate place. I forgot to take a picture. Like I literally like finished the ice cream and then I was like, oh wait, I didn't take a picture. So I just took a picture of like the finished ice cream. I got this was a mini hot fudge sundae, I think. And even a mini hot fudge sundae was like pretty big. But yeah, I have such a sweet tooth, guys. It's so bad. I have such a sweet tooth. Like I love me some sweets. So like you give me like a chocolate store and then like I'm like so happy. But yeah, so ice cream, love ice cream, even though I am quite lactose intolerant. It's like, what do you do, man? Like I love ice cream so much, yet I'm lactose intolerant. It's the worst like combination of things to have. But yeah, so that was our that was Thursday. And actually from here on out, these days will get really short just because, you know, for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, pretty much my entire day was just TwitchCon. And so we'll get to all of that TwitchCon footage after this. This is just like the general San Diego stuff. So Friday, October 17th, yeah, it was just TwitchCon. So like, literally, I just have this clip of me in the bathroom in the morning. Then this is us heading over to the convention center for the first time. And then we just went to dinner after. So it's like, yeah, it was just like TwitchCon, dinner every day. This was in our hotel. Who is this? This is Madonna. I guess this is something Madonna wore. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, for this dinner, so yeah, this was Friday for dinner. We went to this place called Freddy's Chop House, which I think is a newer place apparently in like Gaslamp, San Diego. And this is like one of the highest rated restaurants I think we went to. And like, yeah, I mean, I feel like you can even tell just by the lighting, but like it's kind of like it's more of like a newer sort of like hipster type of restaurant, which I'm fine with. I mean, as long as the food is good and like it's good vibes, I'm happy with. And yeah, I quite enjoyed it. So it's like an American type of place. I got this was a barbecue burger and it has like bacon and cheese and stuff. Very yummy. I really liked this. The fries were good too. Actually, this was funny because so we go into this restaurant, Freddy's Chop House, and then it's me and Mama Chase. They sit us down and then they're like, "Oh, well, what brings you guys in here today? Is it a date night?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is my mom." I'm like, "Oh wait, oh sorry, actually this is my mom." And I think, and yeah, the kind hostess, I think, like played it off really well, and she's just like, "Oh, like, you know, you can have a date night with your mom, like it's fine." And I was like, you're right. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think Freddy's Chop House was good. I would go back there again. There are some other stuff on the menu that I wanted to try too, so like, yeah, I would totally go back to Freddy's Chop House. Very good. And that was pretty much our Friday. Like, we ended our days very early. I feel like if you watch, or like, if you talk to anybody else who went to TwitchCon, they probably mentioned like, oh, they went to all kinds of parties, they went out to bars and stuff, they went out drinking. For me, it was just like, oh, we go to the convention, go to dinner, and then go to bed. Like, it was, I'm such an old person where it's like, yeah, at 10 o'clock, like I was out, like I was done. So that brings us to Saturday. Once again, just more TwitchCon. We'll get to the TwitchCon footage after this, but But Saturday was interesting because they closed off a lot of the like this gas lamp quarter area, which is where we were staying. They closed off a lot of it because they were having the TwitchCon block party, which I honestly haven't heard. Like I haven't heard people talking about much since it happened. I don't know. The little I've heard, I think I was watching FanFan earlier this week, and like I think FanFan had mentioned like the fire department was there because there were too many people or something. Like I don't know. That's the only thing I've heard about the this block party. Also, sorry. I think my music stopped. But yeah, so they like by the time we were going to dinner, they were just kind of like they were decorating the whole like all the streets and stuff for like this TwitchCon block party. And like yeah, a lot of it was like closed off, like there's some walkways you had to walk around and stuff, like so we had actually planned it out to where okay, we're gonna stay inside of the hotel so that we don't have to walk through like all of the closed off TwitchCon block party stuff. So we just ate in our hotel, and at the Hard Rock San Diego they have a Nobu, which I didn't realize Nobu is actually like a chain restaurant. In fact, I didn't even know that they have a Nobu here in Hawaii apparently. I think because I have heard like big streamers, like I think I heard like Disguised Toast talking about Nobu in like a podcast or something. So I was like, oh, maybe we should try Nobu because I've heard streamers talk about it, but it's like I guess we have a Nobu here. Like we went all the way to San Diego to go to this sushi restaurant that I guess they have one here, but I've never heard of it. I didn't know they have one here. Wait, do they? I don't know if they do. Do they? I think it's on a different island. Nobu Honolulu? Oh, maybe they do have one here. I don't know. Anyway, so we went to Nobu. It's like a sushi place. This was really good. This is the crispy rice and spicy tuna, and that was really good. Here's me eating. That's the crispy rice. And then this is our assortment of sushi that we got. So we got, this is a shrimp tempura roll. This is a soft shell crab. This is like a tekka maki. And this is a tamago. And it was good. The prices are crazy. Like, I don't want to say how much it cost, but the prices are insane. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah. So that was our Saturday. Sunday, October 19th. Once again, much of the same. TwitchCon. Ending of TwitchCon. So this is like, I took this picture because yeah, so this is like the very, very end of TwitchCon. You see like everybody's leaving. It was actually kind of sad. Like it was sad that this whole event was over so quickly. And then we went to dinner. There's like a steakhouse right across the street of the Hard Rock Hotel. It's called Lou and Mickey's. And yeah, it's just like a steakhouse. So we got steak, mac and cheese, and potato. And it was good. I really enjoyed this one. I had planned it out to where like we could go to a steakhouse at the end of our vacation. Oh, and this is the dogs. We tried this new dog sitter while we were on vacation, because we usually whenever we go on vacation we usually board the dogs at this like they call it like a pet a hotel. Like it's like a resort. I think they call it a resort or something. But like it's insane. Like the prices are insane. And like yeah, so this time we wanted to just try like this like personal dog sitter. And it's just like this one lady who watches a bunch of dogs. And she was super cool. She was super nice. And every day she would send us like a little journal of what the dogs got up to that day, and then also would send a bunch of pictures of the dogs. So that was nice. That was really like, you know, it makes me miss the dogs so much whenever we're on vacation and then seeing pictures of them. And then yeah, so that brings us to October 20th, 2025, Monday, which is the day that we left. So you can see here, like they still have the little like banners up from TwitchCon. So there's like the TwitchCon banners on the street signs and stuff, or the street lights. Yeah, and then so here's us saying goodbye to our hotel. I guess also since we're this is the last we'll see of the hotel, I can just kind of talk about the hotel itself. The Hard Rock Hotel in San Diego. It was a different vibe than I think me and Mama Chase were ever used to, because it's very much a like, I mean it's very much a hard rock hotel. Like it's like the name, it feels like you would expect from the name, you know, which is like definitely not the vibe of me or Mama Chase. I feel like like honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like the entire hotel, even inside of the hotel room, smelled like an Axe body spray, like an Axe body spray convention. Like it just smelled like perfume and stuff, and like, which I mean, yeah, when it's the Hard Rock Hotel, what do you expect? Like, and like even like the front desk people are like, you know, people you would expect to see at somewhere called a Hard Rock Hotel. Like, you know, like I felt like the lead singer from Panic at the Disco was checking us in to our hotel room. I mean, nothing against them, they were super duper nice, but yeah, it was just like it was a different vibe. It's definitely more of like a party vibe type of thing. But I mean, it was good because the great thing about it was that it was right across the street of the convention center. So it was like very, very little walking just to get into the actual TwitchCon. So here's us leaving. This was when we were waiting for our Uber to take us to the airport. This is inside the Uber, going to the airport. And then this is us back at the San Diego airport once again. Yeah, very small airport, like, you know, which is nice because it's not like a crazy amount of walking. So yeah, we get into our plane, which once again, it's the smallest plane I've ever been on. And then we start, like, you know, we start moving. We start doing the little thing on the actual, like, the runway. And then all of a sudden, as we're moving, we just, like, randomly stopped. So we're, like, just on the airway, or the runway, and then all of a sudden we just stop. And then we're not moving at all. And everyone's like, what's going on? Like, we just randomly stopped. And then it turns out we got delayed. From what I heard, apparently someone said that, like, oh, there was an issue where the windshield of the plane was, like, loose or something, or like about to fall off. Which is crazy. It's so crazy to imagine we would have been in the air and then all of a sudden the windshield would come off. Which, I mean, yeah, thank God nothing happened. But like, yeah, it was, we were delayed for about an hour, I want to say. Which is crazy because I don't think I've ever been on a plane that's been delayed before. Oh, you know, at one time I think we had to get deboarded on a plane, or off of a plane. But like, yeah. So that was kind of it was a funny experience. I wasn't too like I wasn't bothered by it at all. You know, I didn't care too much. Like I wasn't like, it's not like I would like complain about it. I do see why people would complain about delayed planes, just because they even mentioned it on our flight, which is like, oh, if you have connecting flights, that could definitely be an issue if your plane gets delayed. So I can see why people would be frustrated about that. But yeah, for me, it's just like I didn't really care. More time to sleep, I guess. But then finally, we actually start getting moving again. And then, oh, actually, this is when we took off from the ground, which is so cool. I don't know. I think transportation is so cool when you think about it, because like here we are, like a bunch of humans just kind of packed into this little machine that can fly off of the ground and then take us from like one spot of the earth to another spot of the earth. Like, I don't know, I just think that's so cool. I think it's so crazy. So yeah, I don't know, I also feel like I'm very entertained by the smallest things. But this was cool. I don't know, I like airplanes. It's fun. And then you get to see how tiny everything looks from the sky. So yeah, we were just flying. Very fun. I think this is when we're getting back to Hawaii, back home. Yeah, so here we are landing. And touchdown. There we go. And here we are back home. Back where it all started. Yeah. So that's my little San Diego vacation video. Yeah, overall, I think San Diego is a really interesting little place. Granted, we only basically saw downtown San Diego. Basically, it was like, we only went to like downtown San Diego and the zoo. But yeah, I think if anything, like what I learned was that I enjoyed exploring somewhere brand new to me. Like I thought that was really fun, just to see like somewhere brand new, like, and just like stumbling upon a bunch of new things and different things. I think that was really fun. And I think the fact that, and like, I guess that was something that was kind of lucky, was that San Diego is like a very it's very like tourist friendly. At least this area of San Diego downtown is like very tourist friendly, very walkable. Like it's easy to like, it, for the most part, it's easy to navigate, and like it's easy to just like randomly find new things. So it made me a lot more like, I feel a lot more comfortable with like going to new places, which makes me also want to like explore the world some more. I think one day I want to try to go to New York still. I've always wanted to go to New York since I was like a kid. But yeah, I would love to go to New York. I kind of want to go to like Seattle, because I want to go to PAX. I don't know if anybody has been to PAX. I want to go to PAX West. I think would be fun. Also San Francisco, the new Nintendo store is in San Francisco. So lots of new places I want to go to. Like, it was really cool to go to San Diego for the first time, just like see new things. So yeah, overall, I enjoyed San Diego. I think it was very fun. It's a very like nice, compact little area that we were in. So it was really cool.